So Sony won E3. It's hard to admit, but it nicked it in my book, and it seemed to have done it in most people's, with the sheer number of games that just looked brilliant. If they actually turn out to be, well, that's a different question, and not one that we're dealing with now. So Sony came out and avoided all the endless banter everyone else insisted on doing, and just showed trailer after trailer, with gameplay included for most titles. Exactly what we wanted, except for one thing. Pretty much everything was a PlayStation exclusive, and it's just horrendous on so many levels for us. I really want to play these titles, and whilst, yes, I could save up and buy a PS4, honestly, that doesn't fix my biggest problem with it. These potentially epic games are going to be subject to 30 FPS locks, with the FPS likely to go well into the 20s like every damn AAA game does on console, and unable to go higher than 1080p, and of course locked at 16:9. So yeah, not a nice endpoint. But still, going through the announcements. God of War was a favourite showcase of mine, and clearly with the crowd as well, with massive cheers coming from them. And it did warrant a great response. Seriously, one of the best games I've seen at E3. Solid gameplay, great graphics, and a compelling narrative, all smashed into a small bit of time. If this is how they extend the rest of the game, then it will be a massive hit. I've heard some people complaining about Kratos being the protagonist again, but I'm not really in a position to judge, as I've never actually played a God of War game, which I'm sure is something that I've missed out on big time. It's really just sad that it's not coming to PC. The next one up was Days Gone. Now, another damn amazing looking game. It started with just a CGI trailer, but we got the happy surprise at the end of a full piece of gameplay. Now, I loved the movie World War Z. I loved the style of the zombies, the very different threat that they offered compared to any other zombie movie, just with all their slow, dull movement. In this, they're like water, pouring after you in a seemingly endless wave, and it was absolutely epic to see it in game format. The showcase was a perfect sequence, and hopefully this can be applied to a full game successfully, as the premise is brilliant. Impressively, the FPS was also very steady during the entire piece of gameplay, which I hope is a sign of good things for this, as FPS will be a damn important thing when you're moving quickly and dealing with such a fast moving enemy, or enemies. And I know many people are like, ugh, it's a new zombie game, but honestly, I feel like this is a breath of fresh air in the zombie genre. Getting rid of what every other zombie game does, and using the zombies more as an animal, rather than conventional zombies that sort of lope around. I love it. Sadly though, it is a bloody PS4 exclusive. Now, for the most infamous game of recent years for Sony, The Last Guardian, a game many thought completely lost, it is actually back in the light again. There wasn't really anything past the trailer, but I'm interested nonetheless. I've got to see more actual gameplay before we can actually have a proper opinion on it though, obviously. But it's good to see that it's actually returned. Horizon Zero Dawn looked fantastic. Sadly, another PS4 exclusive. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that, but yes, it has a great premise. And I love the idea that the people in the game don't know how they got where they are, and I'm assuming that's the whole point, is that we're going to learn how did we go from where we are now to their primitive times. They seem to be these primitive humans, and they're set in these huge overrun cities that the wild has just taken back. Well, the metal wild, very different. But yeah, the gameplay looks robust enough, and the setting looks awesome. I hope it just doesn't feel too Far Cry-like, or like any of the other many open world games. I hope they can achieve a very unique twist to the gameplay. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see, but it is a positive start. Now, another title I am damn focused on is Detroit Become Human. It looks like a game I will truly love. It feels like it could be a futuristic LA Noire with loads of, hopefully, genuinely game-changing decisions. And the fact that you're an android is an extremely interesting twist. I hope this is pulled off well. We need extremely good attention to detail in this game. Please deliver it to us, devs. And sadly, this is also a PS4 exclusive. Now, the horror game of the conference, Resident Evil Biohazard. Thankfully, a good 20-minute piece of gameplay was shown. It is really creepy, undeniably the typical type of horror that's taken off in recent years following the likes of Outlast. It's also got superb full VR support, as well as being on PlayStation VR, obviously. And whilst I'm no Resident Evil player, it's great to be able to say it's not an exclusive. Now, I've read a number of people complain that it looks like it's deviated from the original Resident Evil games. I would say just wait and see. You've seen one piece of gameplay. Don't judge the full game on just that little bit. Now, of course, where would we be without lots of VR news? This E3 just seems to be full of it. PlayStation VR arrives October 13th. They had a good showcase of some games coming to it, including Star Wars Battlefront with some X-Wing mission, though I'm guessing it sounds much grander than it really is. Batman VR got a teaser trailer, and from the sounds of it, those playing the demo at E3 say it's done a very good job. Final Fantasy, however, is certainly not, with reports of it being one of the worst VR attempts yet. Just sounds like it's literally in the most bare minimum VR game state ever. Now, where would we be without the new COD? Since COD moved from Xbox to PlayStation, it gets center stage on their show. And it got a load of new gameplay, and it looks like any previous COD title, obviously. Only the Modern Warfare remaster actually genuinely interests me here. I did read some funny comment about how this game has more space battles than Battlefront, which is not the best thing to hear. Let's just hope Battlefront picks things up next time. But now, obviously, it's not an exclusive, though of all things I wish I could make this a PlayStation exclusive and make one of the other games not. But really, there's not much to say about COD. At this point, who doesn't understand what COD is? And if you're playing COD, I'm confused why you're playing that and not Battlefield. Beyond me. Now, Crash Bandicoot is getting remastered for 3 games. I have no ties with this game, but it sounds like some people do. It's first getting some content for Skylanders, but the real deal load of content is a little way away. Nonetheless, a surprise announcement to me, and it's good to see that a lot of people are very happy about it. The next LEGO game is coming in the form of LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Funny looking game. Not exclusive, obviously, the LEGO games seem to be on every single possible platform, and it seems to follow a very close copy of the movie, with just a humorous take on it. Now, with each LEGO game generally being very similar in my opinion, I'm sure those who enjoyed any previous LEGO games will have fun with this. Now, a very big reveal was from Kojima, who came to reveal his new title, Death Stranding. Apparently, after Silent Hill fell through, Kojima must not have wanted to stop working with Norman Reedus, and so they have both shifted to whatever this is going to be. Even after a few tweets about the game, no one has any idea what it is. And yes, following the endless theme, it is an exclusive PS4 title. Now, finally, SpiderMan made an appearance. It appeared to be simply a CGI trailer, so who knows what the reality of the game will be, but I really hope that this actually delivers on a much grander scale than the previous releases and just ups the graphics and the world size. But yeah, again, it's a PS4 exclusive, and we don't really know anything about it past the fact that it exists. So just something that I'm guessing a lot of people will keep an eye on. Now, of course, it wasn't the biggest surprise that we saw no new PlayStation, as Sony confirmed before E3 that they weren't going to be showing off anything, but nonetheless, it's interesting to see that Xbox has already announced theirs, and I wonder when PlayStation is going to announce their version of their next iteration. The big talk of the event, though, was the lack of Red Dead Redemption. Honestly, the game that trumps anything in existence for my attention and absolute desire to get a look at. Let's just hope E3 isn't done surprising us, because I really, really hope we can get some kind of look at this game. Anyway, let me know what you thought of Sony's conference. It's been an epic week of gaming announcements. For any other content, either on E3 or anything 21x9, be sure to check out my channel. See you later.